Hi everybody, we are at Masterpiece Miniatures headquarters. We're going to bring you a 1,000-point game, Gifts from the Heavens. This is the table setup. We have deadly terrain, we have inspiring terrain, and we have sinister terrain.
So we have the entire Slaves to Darkness faction right here. Everything is Mark of Slaanesh. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to use the warriors as a screen as I move up toward my enemy's deployment zone. That way I can try to contain the rats near their own objective and either kill them away from it or at the very least keep them away from mine. I'm confident that these knights right here are going to be able to move up and by turn 2 at the latest be hitting his lines and wrecking face. Especially given the fact that they cause a -1 to bravery, there's going to be a lot of dead rats.
So this is 1,000 points of Verminus. I have a unit of 20 storm vermin to do some damage, and I have 2 units of 20 clan rats to provide options. I have Sail the Faithless to get them where they need to go. I have a Chaos Sorcerer Lord to provide Death Star-ish buffs, and I've given the Sorcerer Lord the Mark of Slaanesh just to mess with Connor, because if he gives things to Slaanesh, maybe I can get some of that too. I have a General of Tretch Craventail, which I think is the best command ability in the Skaven army, and I have a Warp Fire Thrower just because I needed the points.
Alright, here's the initiative roll.
So I finished deploying. I finished deploying second, so my opponent will decide who gets to go first. I've placed these clan rats as a hope to shield against those knights in the first wave of attack. These storm and vermin are my backup, and this unit of clan rats was placed to cover the other flank and possibly an objective. I actually remembered to place the Warp Fire Thrower up front so that hopefully he can get into combat sooner.
What we have is the full deployment of the Slaves to Darkness right here. We have a 20-man unit of Warriors of Chaos, marked of Slaanesh, the Chaos Sorcerer Lord right behind, the Lord of Chaos cleverly hiding behind this inspiring tree, and then the Chaos Knights, the real star of this entire game right here. What's going to happen is that the Warriors of Chaos are going to be moving up as the buffer that they are. I'm pretty worried about Sail right in the middle of the back of the rat deployment line, throwing in the vermin at my dudes. But what I want to do is attempt to either flank or break through his rats before they can amass in such numbers that these guys and their durability will not be enough. At the same time, I think that I have a pretty solid shot at preventing him from reaching my line and getting to my meteor shower so long as I play this right. So we'll start with Lord Totitat right here, the Chaos Lord. He is going to use his command trait, Lord of War, to grant these dudes a +1 to their hit roll. And then he's going to use Inspiring Presence on the same Warriors of Chaos, Gorbachev's Professionals, as I like to call them. Next we have Snurklig the Contemptible. He's going to cast his spell on them, which is going to be Demonic Power. Actually no, I'm going to use Mystic Shield on that. That is a success. So we have Warriors here with a 3-up save, then plus the Ocular Visions effect from the same Sorcerer. They will be re-rolling their 1s to save. We're not really going to do much else, that's what's going to go on. What you see here is that the Warriors of Chaos have moved up to try to cover the middle passageway here as they march towards the center of the rat battle line. Behind them you see the Knights of Chaos right around here. What's going to happen is that they are going to attack whatever decides to annoy the Warriors of Chaos. These dudes have Mystic Shield, they have re-rolling 1s on their saves, they're inspired, they're not going anywhere. The issue that I think is going to be whether or not they'll be really tied up by the massive amount of rats coming their way. And then right behind, I don't know if any of you saw this before, this is Lord Totitat, and he's just chilling out, doing his thing, Master of the Kill Dead, and we'll see whether or not he plays his sick guitar solo on someone's face. What I think is going to happen now is that Brian is going to send rats to try to stall my knights. They're a lot more dangerous on the charge than they are when they're just stuck in combat. But most of the things that are in range to try to stop my knights are not really that strong. I don't think they're going to last longer than a combat phase, even if they're inspired. The knights, as far as I'm concerned, are exactly where they need to be. The dudes are just a giant moving wall of unhappiness. So anything that decides to make their day worse is going to be unpleasantly surprised. It's like touching a porcupine. You just don't want to do it.
First thing I'm going to do is Traitorous Mist from Sail on these rats here. 5 or 6 or something, and I get a 6. So that means I'm going to use Tretch's command ability on them. I am going to use the Chaos Sorcerer Lord to put Inspiring Presence on them. She has the Crown of Commands. I will try for Ocular Visions. Demonic Power on those clan rats. That goes off with a 10. I will put Ocular Visions on these Storm Vermin. I believe that is it for the hero phase. I flew the first unit of clan rats that are buffed up right here in the middle, so I have a choice. This is only about a 4 or 5 inch charge, but if I happen to roll really poorly and fail that, I can still get into these guys. My objective there is to basically prevent the knights from charging anybody, as Connor says, and also to give a real pause to these Chaos Warriors moving much further down the field. I've left my Storm Vermin where they are, but I've moved Tretch Craventail up to prevent the Chaos Warriors from deciding to charge these guys. Warp Fire Thrower moved up its 6 inches and put them in range of the Chaos Warriors, so 1 or 2 of them will be going away. These rats over here have run to try and outflank the army. I guess that also puts them in range. Oh, well, this is deadly terrain, so the Chaos Warriors are not going to be charging them. Let me do some shooting. The only shooting I have is the Warp Fire Thrower. I'm of course going to overclock it. And he rolls a 1.
You can always count on grade A Skaven technology to do exactly what you need it to, if you're not a Skaven.
So the Skaven only takes 2 wounds. D3 mortal wounds on the Chaos Warriors. Chaos Warriors take 2 mortal wounds.
Alright, so I'm gonna put these on my handy dandy ruin shields. Boop! And a warrior dies.
And now let me roll the only charge that we'll be doing this turn. These clan rats here can charge 2 inches. That is a failed charge.
That's amazing.
Oh, that
is very bad news.
Unless you win the initiative.
Which is possible.
So end of the first turn, I thought I was in a really, really good position because Connor moved up just enough to quote-unquote guarantee me the charge. However, when you roll a 2 on your 2d6 to charge, there is no guaranteed charge. Unless you're Blades of Corn.
That was
That's a 1. That's a 3.
Oh,
Okay, looks like
Ryan
Connor
lost.
has the initiative. This looks like bad news for Brian.
Brian's discovered my secret when playing the game. I wait for him to fail rolls and then I win. Lord Totetoch right here is going to put a +1 to hit on the Warriors of Chaos because he is a Lord of War. And then he is going to give the Warriors of Chaos run and charge. Chaos Sorcerer Lord, Sneakrig the Contemptible, is going to cast Demonic Power on the same Warriors.
That's a 9.
Yeah, that's a success. And then I'm going to roll for the Meteor. So, Meteor's coming in here. The Warriors have run up. They've gotten another fantastic run move. I'm going to try to charge all of his command elements and the Storm Vermin at the same time. Lord Totetots is going to wreck some Skaven slaves along with the Knights over here. I don't think they're going to survive the end of the combat. However, we have these guys over here, the rats over on the side, and the Meteor has crashed really close to them. Depending on where the Meteor goes on Brian's side of the table, I am at risk of overextending myself.
So Connor's charge phase is done. Tretch says, stay here, I'll get help.
I'm sure he's going to get a ton of help. We're going to start with this combat right over here. I'm going to initiate with the Chaos Knights. Okay, so we have right here the 30 attacks from the Chaos Knights Lances. First, we're going to do the Unpredictable Destruction roll. On a 6, I get an additional +1. Yeah! So we have +1 because of Lord of War, +1 because of Unpredictable Destruction. So the Knights are going to be hitting on 2s. Alright. All right, nice. That was a really good roll. Okay, wounding on 3s. 16 -1 rends, 2 damage attacks.
Because they have only a 5-up save against 1 damage attack, they have a 6-up damage save against a damage 2 attack. So with -1 rend, they don't have a save. So they take 32 wounds. That's the unit. So this was not ideal. I did not want to put my Storm Vermin in without being fully buffed, but nonetheless, that's where we are. So I was able to pile in all but 1. That means I'm going to get 39 attacks because of the champion.
My god.
These are going to be hitting on 3s because I killed at least 1 Chaos Warrior, so now it's a unit and smaller size than they are. Yeah. And we're going to be wounding on 3s.
Good.
14 wounds at -1 rend.
Soul for the Soul Eater then. Good thing I have things that help me reroll 1s, eh?
Do you, even though you have less than 20 guys now?
Yeah, because demonic power. That's gonna be 5 guys. We are going to attack with the Warriors of Chaos right down here, okay? Before I begin the attack, I'm gonna roll on the Unpredictable Destruction, and wow. I am having a very nice day today. So an additional +1, rerolling once on this squad. So we have the 6 attacks going against the Warriors. Okay, so re-rolling the 3 ones, 4 ones.
These are into the Storm Vermin?
Yes, sir. 4s, re-rolling once. 5 wounds, no rends on the Storm Vermin.
4-up saves,
God.
3 rolling 1s,
God damn it.
2 wounds.
Next, I'm going to kill that stupid Warp Fire Thrower thing. Time to beat that dude in the face. Alright, cool. Re-rolling once. Alright, 3 wounds.
So 6-up save.
Alright,
Nope.
epic. Pink.
So the Chaos Sorcerer Lord has been coerced into combat. She's going to use her Rune Staff. It's got 1 attack hitting on a 4, wounding on a 3. Nope. And she's got 1 attack with her Sword hitting on a 4, wounding on a 4. Nope. Wasn't that so useful?
The Warriors of Chaos are going to see if they are big kittens. And let's see. Oh yeah!
Yeah.
So it's 2 idiots.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, so the Storm Vermin have a bravery of 5 or something, so if I roll really high...
It's a number.
No, they're fine.
This is the end of Slaves to Darkness turn. We moved up with the Warriors of Chaos. We've had a bit of debate, the gentlemen at Masterpiece Miniatures here, of killing a bunch of Warriors of Chaos right here, removing them so that I wouldn't be in combat with the clan rats right over here. My idea is that I'm going to take these delicious and beautiful Warriors of Chaos and just have them slam certain objects up into some clan rats over here. I had some great rolls for Unpredictable Destruction. Unpredictably, they both got it, and then the clan rats over here disappeared, 2 Storm Vermin died, and then further unpredictability, oh my god, a bunch of warriors died. So that wasn't too hot up front. However, I have forward deployment right here, or forward maneuvering, things are Gucci, got Lord Totetat getting ready to run over and make someone a shish kebab. Gonna be a good day.
Skaven turn 2. First thing I have to do is find out where the gift is going to come. On a d6, be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a 2, so it's going to be over here. I am going to use 3 dice to cast Sail's Traitorous Mist at once per turn ability. So that goes off barely. I'm going to cast Demonic Power on the Storm Vermin. I need a 5. That goes off. Ocular Visions. I'm actually going to put it on herself, just because she needs protection more than anybody else at this point. Inspiring Presence is going to go on the Storm Vermin, and Tretch's Command ability is going to go on the Storm Vermin, and I believe that is it for the hero phase. Skaven movement phase, their banners allow them to retreat and charge in the same turn. So what I did is, because I have an 18-inch move and fly, I moved over the Chaos Warriors in the hopes of charging his knights. My thought is that if I can get my Death Star attacking his Death Star first, that allows me greater flexibility and less threat for the rest of the game. I moved my 2 casters. Tretch is moving towards these guys to provide buff support, and the clan rats over there moved and captured the first objective, the first meteor in Connor's deployment. So I'm splitting my attacks with the Storm Vermin. 3 of the Storm Vermin are going into the Chaos Sorcerer Lord. They're getting 2 attacks each. They're hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. Re-rolling 1s, thankfully. What a terrible roll.
You're on a roll today, Brian.
So that's 3 hits, 2 wounds with a -2 rend on the Chaos Sorcerer Lord. And they're both doing double damage. 2 saves under Chaos Sorcerer Lord, but it's -2 rend, so he doesn't have a save, so he just takes 4 damage.
So he has 1 wound left.
14 Skaven are attacking the Knights, so it's going to be 28 attacks. Same thing, wounding on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Okay, we're going to be wounding on 3s. Oh, you know what? Unpredictable destruction. Doesn't go off.
Damn. That would have been awesome.
Re-rolling wound rolls of 1.
How much damage are they doing per hit?
2.
1 and or 2.
2 for the doubles?
Yeah. 6 damage.
Gonna do these 2. Epic. 10.
16 damage on the Knights.
Alright, so we're gonna roll for unpredictable destruction. Unfortunately, I've lost half of this unit of Chaos Knights, rather annoyingly, but we will deal with that. Almost, but not quite. So next, we'll do the attacks with the spears. Hitting on 3s. Alright. My good sir, you have 6 attacks to be taking. Glorious for Slaanesh, sir.
Are these any rend?
No.
So saving on a 4-up, re-rolling 1s.
Oh, cool. Killed 2.
Nope, he killed 1.
Oh no, even better. Alright, next is going to be the count up of the horse hooves. Let's see if they do more damage. They usually do. For some reason, giant metal monsters kicking things in the face tends to do more damage than the dudes on top. I wonder why. They are also hitting on 3s, and they are wounding on 4s. This is a terrible roll. Alright, 2 wounds.
Again, same thing, no rend?
Yeah.
1 damage?
Right.
Saving on a 4.
Re-rolling 1s.
Nope.
Good.
1 more dice.
Next, I'm going to activate my Lord of Chaos.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
Now he's outside of 3 inches.
Okay. So the wizard is going to stab one of them in the face with his staff. He hits. He doesn't wound. Next, he's going to hit him with his sword. Nope. So the bravery of these guys. So these guys normally have a bravery of 9, but it's 8 now because the banner is dead. They have 3 left, minus the steal roll. So 2 more knights run away.
Okay, and the Storm Vermin, just in case,
Yep.
they have Inspiring Presence. I don't need to take that.
Do they?
shot. So Skaven turn 2, I think I turned it around a little bit. I wiped out more than half of his knights, which puts me in a much less threatening position. And his Chaos Sorcerer Lord is almost dead. He's got his Sorcerer Lord there, so if he wins initiative, I might lose a few more Storm Vermin, but that kind of is what it is. I did get a victory point for that, no, 2 victory points for that objective over there because it's turn 2. And I really don't have more than 2 units at this point, and he still has 2 units. So we'll kind of see how the game goes from here.
Ooh. Oh!
My hero phase, it's going to be rather tricky because essentially I've moved all of my heroes out of range of everything. Tretch is in range of nobody to give either Inspiring Presence or his command ability. So he's just going to give his command ability to himself. The 2 casters over here, I'm going to use Ocular Vision on the Chaos Sorcerer Lord, and these Storm Vermin are still within 18 inches. It does not need to be a visible unit. So I'm going to attempt to cast Demonic Power on them, and that goes off. Sail. The choice is either Arcane Bolt or Mystic Shield. Do I want to go offensive or defensive? D3 wounds doesn't do a whole lot to anybody on the field, so I'm going to cast Mystic Shield on Sail herself, and that is a 2, everybody. Because my Storm Vermin are within 3 inches of the sinister terrain at the start of the hero phase, they now cause fear. So every unit within 3 inches of them in the battle shock phase will be a -1 bravery. So my movement phase, taking some gambles. I'm moving my Chaos Sorcerer Lord up in the hopes of continuing to buff them. I have moved Sail into 3 inches of the Chaos Warriors, and I've done the same with Tretch on this side. My idea is that if I can charge them both, it's a flanking maneuver, preventing these models from doing much at all because of the pile-in rules. I moved my clan rats over there closer to the objective, just to give it farther distance if anybody wants to chase after them. I did not go for my objective this turn. My theory is that denying him the objective is going to be just as effective as gaining the objective for me. So activating the Storm Vermin first, I have 3 going against the Chaos Sorcerer Lord there. Hitting on 3s. That's all of them.
Jeez.
Wounding on 3s. And re-rolling 1s. So that's going to be 5 wounds at -1 rend.
Alright, 6s. Rerolling 1s.
Oh, you got
He's almost
3.
alive, but not.
And then we have 12, including the boss, into the Chaos Knights. So that's going to be 25 attacks. Again, hitting on 3s. Re-rolling 1s. Wounding on 3s, re-rolling 1s. 13 wounds, -1 rend.
They're dead.
Oh no.
That's fine.
Mission accomplished.
We're gonna roll Unpredictable Destruction on these Warriors of Chaos right here. We're gonna try to kill this nuisance here and this nonsensical over there. So let's do the Unpredictable. No. Alright, that's fine. We're still hitting on 3. So we got the 5 dude right there that is going to be 15 attacks against Kretch.
10, right?
Oh my god, it's only 10. Moving on to 8 hits and nice.
Good roll.
6 wounds on Tretch Craventail.
So Tretch is saving on a no rend, right?
Correct.
Tretch is saving on a 4. 2 do not save, so he's got 2 wounds on him.
Okay, and now this is for sale. These are good rolls. 3 wounds on sale.
Okay, Sail is a 5-up.
Yep.
Because Mystic Shield does not go off. Nope, 1. So 2 wounds on both heroes. So I'm going to attack with Tretch Craventail. He's got his Spear, which does 2 attacks, hitting on 3s.
1.
Wounding on 4s.
Excellent.
He's got 2 attacks with his Flail.
He's an overachiever.
Unpredictable Destruction. Ooh.
So he hit with one of those other attacks.
Okay. So wounding on a 4. Yep.
He wounds.
That's a double damage. So that's 1 rend.
No, it's
Save.
not.
Okay. So then his Flail is going to be hitting on a 3 because of Unpredictable Destruction. No, he's not hitting anything. The Hooked Tail Blade also hitting on a 3. And wounding on a 5. That's a wound with -1 rend.
Oh my god.
That's 1 damage.
You wound me, sir.
Sail, Unpredictable Destruction. There you go.
See, this matters.
So
Rarely, but
2 attacks,
yes.
hitting on a 2.
It matters when it hits.
Wounding on a 3.
That's the point.
2 wounds with a -1 rend.
Okay. Neither of them succeed.
So that's going to be doing 5 damage. Sail is kind of a bad
I
guy.
told you, Sail is really good.
And Tretch, even with his own command ability, is really bad.
He's not as good as Sail, and Sail's a wizard. Alright, battle shot.
For 2.
I think I definitely tilted the scales in my favor on that one. I wiped out one of his 2 remaining battle line units, which is good for me. I also did enough to essentially take his Chaos Warriors out of the battle. The only thing I have now is the Storm Vermin. If he does his 2d6 attacks against them and wipes them out, it will be semi-bad for me. Because also, this is turn 3, and I've scored another 3 points on that objective there, so it's now 5-0 in his turn.
So we have the Lord of Chaos right here. What he's going to do seems pretty obvious right now. He's going to be moving over and annihilating all of these storm vermin over here. I should have used him before the Chaos Knights attack so that he could do some damage on top of them, but I didn't, which is a mistake that I made. He's going to use his Lord of War ability, be hitting on 2s, winning on 3s. I'm debating whether or not to do the 4 attacks with his blade because I gave him the artifact to give him +1 attack, or to just go all in. I'm thinking that the better part would be to be more cautious because he's more likely to still cause 8 wounds with that kind of stuff. Here is the charge for the Lord of Chaos.
Oh my god.
Did you roll
Did he fail?
GG.
GG.
Damn it. That was a good game.
I'm just surprised at the result. I didn't expect the Storm Vermin to do what they did. That was really the major thing. Basically what it comes down to is not identifying Sail as the real threat that Sail is. I think that I would have made the Lord of Chaos make a beeline straight for Sail otherwise. And with the run and charge kind of stuff going on, that may have been possible. Other than that, there were some order of operations issues, and I could have positioned the Warriors of Chaos, the Knights of Chaos further back, but I think that the Warriors did fine. I think that the Knights showed that they can annihilate things if they touch it. It was really a matter of who was hitting first during this game, and Brian had control. He won initiative, his retreat and his assault move was pretty brilliant, and here we are.
This is actually the first game I've won in a while. It's a good feeling. I've done 1,000 points with Skaven before, and I've learned that I don't necessarily need the Verminus Battalion. It's too restrictive in that low of points. It's much better to take Sail with some correct bombs. It is also more important math-wise to get Tretch's -1 rend and double damage than it is the Warlord's extra attack. I still maintain that Tretch's command ability is one of the best in the game and absolutely worth sacrificing an artifact and command trait for. We both had double 1s on charge rolls, which was, I guess, hilarious and evened things out. I think my list was probably just a slightly more experienced one. Now that Connor has faced this list, I'm sure he'll do twice as good next time.
I won't let you do what you did to me again.
So tell us if you'd like to see more 1,000-point games or if you prefer the larger format. Also, more requests on what you'd like to see. And we appreciate your like and subscribe. Thank you. We'll see you in 2 weeks. We've seen wiped out units before. In fact, we've seen a lot of my wiped out units before.